trying to find the way to walk. Lord, I humble myself before thee. I don't want to be lost. I've been taught to search the scriptures and read the word of truth. Like you said, just like you promised, I'll be just like you. How can you hear to believe? Take the time out just to read. You will find that you've been wrong. Jesus is coming to his home to take his rest in Zion. You won't get to heaven. No, 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 no. Then I know it's true. 'Cause I read it. Yeah. All you got to do, just receive it. Yeah. Open up your Bible. You can read it.
Welcome to another edition of the Bible Speak. I'm Brother Thin, and reading for me today will be Brother Tanzel. You know, something got to be addressed today, because when I go outside and I'm walking around in the streets, there's no safety out there. And that's what we're going to deal with today. The streets ain't safe. The streets ain't safe. Because it's not only here in America the streets ain't safe. All around the world, you know, the death toll is out of control, especially during the summer months. You also have just sporadic crime going on in different places, and places that used to be safe havens are becoming now unsafe. You know, our life is hanging in doubt and on the line. So we're going to let the Bible speak and show you why the streets ain't safe, because people ain't operating the way they're supposed to. And we're going to show you what the streets bring. Isaiah 24, and pick it up at verse 1. When you get that, brother, go ahead and read.
Behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turn it upside down, and scatter abroad the habitations
thereof. Now the
thereof.
Lord, if he turning something upside down and he making it empty, that means he's shaking out all his filth. Go ahead and read.
And it shall be as with the people, so with the priest.
Yes, sir.
As with the servant, so with his master. As with the maid, so with her mistress.
Yes, sir.
As with the buyer, so with the seller. As with the lender, so with the borrower. As with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him.
So this is happening to everybody, whether you're a priest, whether you're a woman, whether you're a mistress, whether you giving money or you borrowing money. It don't matter what type of status you hold in this world, this is going to happen sometime in your life. If it's not happening to you, it's happening to somebody you know, or you are witnessing it. Go ahead and read.
The land shall be utterly empty.
Yes, sir.
And utterly spoiled. For the Lord has spoken
Why the Lord
this
has
word.
spoken this? What are they doing? Why is the land being emptied? Why is the Lord doing this to the people? Read.
The earth mourn and fadeth away.
Yeah, it do.
The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish.
Why they languishing? Go ahead. Why is the earth fading away? Go ahead.
The earth also is defiled under the inhabitations thereof.
Why?
Because they have transgressed the law.
You don't want to keep the laws of God? No problem. You ain't got to keep them, but something going to happen. Go ahead and read.
Change the ordinance.
Yes, sir.
Broken the everlasting covenant.
See, they changed the ordinance and broken the everlasting covenant. They bringing in changes on marriage laws. They bringing in changes on how you should govern and treat people. Everything is out of whack. And so here come danger. Go ahead and read.
Therefore have the curse devoured the earth.
And there's a curse that comes with not doing right or handling the word of God or being civil according to the word of God. Read.
And they that dwell therein are desolate.
Yes, sir.
And therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burnt. And few men
is trying to keep this thing right. Go ahead and read.
Few men left. The new wine mourneth.
Yep.
The vine languishes. All the merry hearted do sigh.
Go ahead.
The mirth of tabrets cease.
Every time you turn on the news, somebody is crying. And now the new tradition is when somebody die, is to put a candle in a bottle. Go ahead and read. A liquor bottle.
Right.
Go ahead.
The noise of them that rejoice in it.
Go
the
ahead.
joy of the harp cease.
Ain't no more laughing. Ain't no more enjoyment out of here. I don't care how many pictures they post on Facebook about everything being all nice and serene. It's a lie. Read.
They shall not drink wine with a song.
No, they ain't gonna drink wine with a song. Go ahead.
Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it.
Go ahead.
The city of confusion is broken down.
Go ahead.
Every house is shut up, that no man may come in.
Hey, it's confusion out here. People don't know why this world is turning the way it is. Read.
There's a crime for wine in the streets.
It's a crime for what in the streets?
For wine.
People. That's why people are going to these liquor houses, because there's so much sorrow out here. You need something to relieve the stress. Those streets got you crying out for wine. Go ahead and read.
All joy is darkness.
Ain't no more joy out here. Read.
The mirth of the land is gone.
Hey, the enjoyment of the land is gone. Go ahead and read.
And the city is left desolation, and the gates is smitten with destruction.
Hey, it's desolation, and the gates is smitten with destruction out here. Everywhere you turn, there's nothing but destruction. But we're going to keep it moving. Go to Isaiah, the 5th chapter. Back right on up to Isaiah 5 and pick it up at verse 14. When you get that, brother, go ahead and read, because we're going to get a little bit more technical. We're going to bring this all the way down to today. Isaiah 5 and pick it up at verse 14. Go ahead and read, brother.
Therefore, hell have enlarged in herself.
See, hell is a state of condition. And it seems like this hell, it has enlarged herself. It has widened her horizon. It's all over the earth now. It's broad. Now go ahead and read.
And opening her mouth without measure.
And it ain't got no measure. It ain't got no small measure. It's wide. You don't know how big this thing is, because hell is everywhere. Read.
And their glory, and their multitude, and their pomp, and he that rejoiceth shall descend into it.
Yes, sir. And all these people that's laughing, enjoying it, turning it up, they descending right into this hell. Go ahead and read.
And the mean man shall be brought down, and the mighty man shall be humble, and the eyes of the lofty shall be humble.
Yeah, see, the Lord is doing a thing. He humbling y'all. See, you don't want to keep God. You want to throw God in the garbage. You want to talk about God. You don't never want to read the Bible. You always think man wrote this. So what the Lord going to bring is he going to bring so much drama on this earth, you're going to seek him. You're going to humble yourself. You're going to find out about him. Finish that 16, brother.
But the Lord of hosts shall be exalted in judgment.
He going to be exalted in judgment. He going to let you know who runs the earth. Read.
And God that is holy shall be sanctified in righteousness.
And that's what the Lord doing. He's separating himself, and he taking all your safety away from you when you in these streets and letting you know where you going to turn. Was that the end of that 16,
yes,
brother?
Sir.
Skip down to verse 20 and continue.
Woe to them that call evil good.
You better woe to the people that's calling evil. This evil that they're doing out here, they call it good. Woe to these people. Go ahead.
And good evil.
And people that's trying to do good, they call you evil. You evil for trying to do righteous. You evil for trying to serve the Lord. Go ahead and read.
That put darkness for light.
They put darkness for light. They don't turn on the light. They turn on the dark. Go ahead and read.
And light for darkness.
They starting to turn all the cars dark. You know what I mean? You riding through the neighborhoods in the street with dark tires, tinted windows, and a dark color. Right. Everything is dark.
Yes,
ain't no bright colors no more. Go ahead and read.
That put bitterness for sweet.
They put bitter for what?
Sweet.
They don't want it sweet no more. I want it bitter. Make it vinegar tasting. Go ahead and read.
And sweet for bitter.
And they want sweet. Sweet is bitter now. I don't like that. That's too sweet. I like the bitter one. Did you finish that 21?
We got 21.
Finish it.
Woe to them that are wise in their own eyes.
And people wise in their own eyes. See, they wiser than the Bible that's before all men. Finish.
And prudent in their own sight.
And you can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them nothing. People are walking around, you can't tell them nothing. They got this. But all this death, drama, and ain't no safety out here. All these prudent, wise people that you can't tell nothing, but they can't solve how to bring safety back to the earth. Skip down to verse 23 and go ahead and continue.
Which justify the wicked for reward.
And they justify wicked people for reward. People can do wrong, and they'll justify you. Give me a couple of dollars. That's the reward. Go ahead and read.
And taketh away the righteousness of the righteous from him.
They taking away the righteousness of the righteous. They don't care if you right. I'm taking that away from you. I don't want you to be right no more. Go ahead and read.
Therefore, as the fire devoureth the stubble, and the flame consumeth the chaff,
yes, sir.
So their roots shall be as rottenness, and their blossoms shall go up as dust, because they have cast away the law of the Lord of hosts, and despised the word of the Holy One of Israel.
See, you despise the Bible. You despise the word of God. See, you don't want this good word, this sweet word that'll keep you safe. You don't want that no more. Read.
Therefore is the anger of the Lord kindled.
And the Lord is mad at this situation that people are spewing out of their mouths and doing out here in the streets. Read.
Against this people. And he hath stretched forth his hand against them, and has smitten them. And the hills did tremble, and their carcasses were torn in the midst of the streets.
Where your bodies, these are carcasses. Where your dead bodies gonna be torn?
In the midst of the streets.
When the news come on, they don't even put you in the ambulance to take you away. They let the body lay as the carcass lay down in the street so you can see that the Lord's word is right on time.
Yes, sir.
Finish that verse, man.
For all this, his anger is not turned away.
And I ain't done with you yet, the Lord said. My anger ain't turned away yet. I got some more to do to you. Go to Zechariah 11, man. Zechariah 11 chapter. Because we going to show you, hey, we like a flock of slaughter. It don't matter how many people go down to this. I'm doing you in. This is slaughterhouse on the earth.
Right.
It's a slaughterhouse. Zechariah 11, man. And pick it up at verse 4. When you get there, brother, go ahead and read.
Thus said the Lord my God.
What did he say?
Feed the flock of the slaughter.
Feed the flock of the slaughter. You got the slaughterhouse, feed it. Go ahead.
Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
And your possessors, the people that run you, that's supposed to support you, that's supposed to do right, that's supposed to guide you in righteousness. Hey, they say what? They do what?
And they that say of them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich.
They don't have no pity.
And their own shepherd pity them not.
And your own shepherds, which are these preachers and pastors, they don't even talk about what's going on in the street. They have no clue. They don't read to you out of the Bible what the Lord is doing. They come up with their own solutions.
Right.
And all they doing is keep bringing in tithe money, getting paid. They don't pity you. They got all these members of their congregation, sons and daughters down in the street, and you ain't even telling them to serve God. Do what's right. Did you finish that, brother?
We have verse 6.
Go ahead, finish 6 and skip down to 9.
For I would no more pity the inhabitants of the land,
Lord said,
saith
I'm
the
going to pity
Lord.
this inhabitant in the land. Y'all want to do what you want to do? Go ahead. Finish 6. You finish 6.
But lo, I will deliver the men, every one into his neighbor's hand, and into the hand of his king, and they shall smite the land, and out of their land I will not deliver them.
See, the Lord ain't delivering you now. That's why ain't no safety. The streets ain't safe. Where you going to go? You going to go to another country, another city? It don't matter. I'm bringing all the drama wherever man dwells. And I ain't done with you yet. I'm going to deliver everybody up to your neighbor. The person that's next door to you or whoever you don't know going to be dealing with you. Skip down to verse 9 and finish that, brother.
Then said I will not feed you. That dieth, let it die.
He said, you don't want to do what I tell you to do. You don't want to read my word. Whoever die, let him die. Go ahead.
And that is to be cut off. Let it be cut off.
If you get cut off in your sin or you doing wrong, let them get cut off. Read.
And let the rest eat, every one, the flesh of another.
And let everybody devour one another in this thing. Let your neighbor, let your mama, let your sister, let your brother, let them all devour one another in doing wrong because you don't want to do right. See? You call bitter sweet. You call evil good. Continue, brother. Let's go back to Isaiah 59 and pick it up at verse 1. Isaiah 59 and pick it up at verse 1. When you get that, brother, go ahead and read.
Behold, the Lord's hand is not shortened, that it cannot save.
The Lord hear prayers. His hand ain't shortened that he can't hear you or do or deliver you. Go ahead.
Neither is his ear heavy that he cannot hear.
He hear what you talking about. He see the crying in the streets. He hear the gunshots. Read.
But your iniquities have separated between you and your God.
But your sin is separated between you and your God. You can't reach him because you dirty. Read.
And your sins have hidden his face from you.
And the Lord don't want to see it. I'm hiding from this. He don't want to be around all that. That's why people go in other directions. You don't want to be a part of this. For what? Did you finish 4? Go to 4 and skip down to 7. Go all the way to 4 and skip down to 7.
None called us for justice.
Don't nobody call for justice.
Nor any pleaded for truth.
Don't nobody call for justice because they on their phones trying to record the drama that's happening. They're not calling the police for justice.
Right.
They taping the drama going on their phone so they can get paid on YouTube for the uploads of the drama that they about to drop.
Right.
Go ahead and read.
And they trust in vanity.
They trust in vanity.
And speak lies.
And they always talking lies.
They conceive mischief.
And they conceive it. They thinking up this mischief.
And bring forth iniquity.
And they bring forth sin. They love it. We love to think about what's the next way on how we can do something wrong. Let's come up with something real good. Skip down to verse 7 and continue, brother.
And their feet run to evil.
And everybody running to evil. They hear gunshots. Instead of them running away from the gunshots, they running towards the gunshots with their phone so they can record it. They want to record somebody getting jumped on. Right. They want to record somebody getting beat up to death. Yeah. They want to record somebody getting shot, ran over, whatever carnage of evil thing happening, they want to run to it now. Go ahead and read.
And they make haste to shed innocent blood.
They make haste. They stop to get into a fight, to cause some drama. Look at all these drama shows out here. All these reality drama shows. People make haste. They stop their own lifestyle and make it a program in their life and set a time slot so they can read and indulge in all this wickedness.
Yep.
They do that. Finish it, man.
Their thoughts are thoughts of iniquity.
Ain't nobody thinking about nothing righteous, thoughts of sin. Read.
Wasting and destructions are in their path.
That's all it is. Waste and destruction. Let's see what we can tear up and what we can cause drama about. Read.
The way of peace they know not.
Ain't nobody trying to settle peace out here.
And there's no judgment in their
Ain't no
goings.
judgment. I ain't about to say that person. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Read.
They have made them crooked paths.
They have made what paths?
Crooked.
Not straight, crooked. Read.
Whosoever goeth there shall not know peace.
And if you go this way, if you dealing this style, if this your walk of life, you ain't gonna know peace. Go ahead.
Therefore his judgment is far from us. Neither do justice overtake us.
It ain't gonna overtake us. Justice ain't gonna overtake. I don't want to hear justice. Go ahead.
We wait for light, but behold obscurity.
We waiting for light, but ain't no light, just obscurity. Can't see nothing. Read.
For brightness, but we walk in darkness.
Brightness, but everybody walking in the dark. They ain't turning on no light. Read.
We grope for the walls like the blind.
It's just like you blind and you trying to grope to see your way around. You don't even know what's going on out here. What's going on out here? I'm showing you what's going on out here. It ain't safe because they ain't trying to hear God. Continue. And all the way to 14. Go ahead.
And we grope as if we had no eyes.
Yeah. We walking around, they ain't got eyes. They see what's going on, but it's like they don't see it. Ain't nobody helping for you. They can see you getting killed, but won't do nothing about it. They see you starving, but won't feed you.
That's right.
They got eyes, but act like they don't know what's going on.
Right.
Walk right over you. Read.
We stumble at noonday.
Yes, sir.
As in the night.
Yes, sir.
We are in desolate places as dead men.
Yeah, we are.
We roar all like bears and mourn sore like doves.
Yeah, we do.
We look for judgment, but there's none.
Ain't no judgment out here.
Salvation.
Ain't no judgment out here. You see that with all these young boys and girls getting killed out here in the streets, even by the authorities. And everybody going to court and everybody being exonerated from the charges. Everybody is cleared and they're not even guilty no more. Go on home. Go back to your job. This is the wickedness that's going on out here. And I'm not saying and supporting people that should be dying in the streets, because you got good people in places of policing and politics, but you got also some evil folks. And they just doing what the Bible say. They don't take heed to the word of God. They don't even take heed to the laws of the land.
Right.
And they law enforcements. They supposed to enforce laws. But hey, why should I enforce the law and the next person ain't trying to keep the law right? I ain't about to hurt myself. Go ahead and finish it.
For salvation, but it's far from us.
Salvation is far from us. Go ahead.
For our transgressions are multiplied before thee, and our sins testify against us.
Yep.
For our transgressions are with us.
Yep.
And as for our iniquity, we know them.
We be knowing what we doing wrong. We know our iniquities. We know our sins. We know it ain't right to do this. We know, but we don't care. Finish it.
In transgression and lying against the Lord.
That's all, sinning and lying.
And departing away from our God.
Yes, sir.
Speaking oppression and
always
revolt.
Trying to depart from God. Always trying to find a reason not to read the Bible. Always departing away. I don't want to hear that. Don't bring me that. I'm going to bring you something that's going to fix it. I'm going to bring some drama. Read.
Conceiving and uttering from the heart words of falsehood.
That's all they doing is lying. Making up lies of falsehood about this God and about this word. Read.
And judgment is turned away backwards.
Yep.
And justice stand afar off. For truth is falling in the streets.
What's falling in the streets?
Truth.
If truth is falling in the street, then what's standing in the street? Lies. Because truth is fell down. You ain't want to hear this word, so you know what's standing up in the streets? Lies. Because truth is fell. It said, what fell down in the street?
Truth.
Truth got killed in the streets. You thought it was just us getting killed in the street. No, truth got killed too. Finish it.
And equity cannot enter.
And equity can't enter because you ain't got no truth.
That's right.
So I can't do no balance of being equal. Skip down to verse, hey man, skip down to verse, did we finish that? 14?
Yes, sir.
Let's go to Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28 and pick it up at verse 66. Deuteronomy 28 and 66. Because, hey, when we come outside, when we step outside, whether we in a locked car, whether we walking with friends, whether we around the police, we not sure if we gonna come back home that day. And it's sad. Sad. It don't even matter if you in government. When they shooting at the government, at a function where they raising money. Huh? They trying to raise money. You know what I'm saying? And they getting shot at.
Yep.
Politicians getting shot at. Nobody's safe. You thought because you was a politician you was gonna be safe? You still man. You adhere to what the Lord say too.
Yes, sir.
Y'all better understand what's going on in the streets. It's the streets. That didn't happen inside the house, right? It's happening on the streets.
That's right.
Because it ain't safe. Deuteronomy 28, pick it up at verse 66. When you get that, brother, go ahead and read.
And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee.
Hey, you ain't gonna have you ain't got you don't know if your life gonna be tomorrow. Finish it.
And thou shalt fear day and night.
You're gonna fear day and night. See, now when you say how people doing today, the first response is, I'm living. The Lord done blessed me with another day. See, that shouldn't even be your response. But because you have no insurance in your life, that's your response. Because you don't know if you're going to live tomorrow. That's why people make big things of birthdays nowadays. Because they don't know if they're going to make it to the next birthday.
Right.
You don't even know if you're going to make it to the next hour. Finish it.
And shall have none insurance of that life.
I ain't putting no insurance on your life. I don't care if you got life insurance. So what that mean? Life insurance can't keep you from dying.
Right.
Oh, it's going to pay you off? I'm going to kill the people that it's going to pay. That way ain't nobody going to get paid off your life insurance. Nah, right. I'm going to kill the people who going to put you on the ground. Since you think you want to have life insurance policies. Now, I'm not saying don't have a life insurance policy, but you better get this life insurance policy.
Yes, sir.
Because this is what keeps your life intact.
Yes, sir.
Finish it, brother.
In the morning, thou shalt say, would God if it were evening.
Yeah.
And at evening, thou shalt say, would God if it were morning.
Go ahead.
For the fear of thy heart wherewith thou shalt fear.
Because this stuff happened in the morning time and the evening. It used to happen just in the evening time, a lot of crime. Now the crime rate is just as high in the morning time like it is in the evening. Finish it.
And for the sight of thy eyes, which thou shalt see.
Yes, sir. Did you finish that?
Yes, sir.
You finished all that?
Yep.
For the sight of your eyes, which you shall see. Go to Hosea. Go to Hosea, the 4th chapter. Because, hey, we running this down, people. Hosea. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
because
sir.
everybody want to forget about God. You going to forget about God? Well, here going to get this a wake-up call. Hosea 4, pick it up at verse 1. Hosea 4 and 1. When you get that, brother, go ahead and read.
Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel.
Yes, sir.
For the Lord has a controversy with the inhabitants of the land.
He got a controversy with what's going on in his land. Wherever land is, I got a controversy with it. Go ahead.
Because there is no truth.
There ain't no what?
Truth.
Because truth was falling where?
In the streets.
The truth got killed in the streets. Go ahead.
No mercy.
Ain't no mercy. Mercy went with truth. Mercy got took out with truth. Go ahead.
No knowledge of God in the land.
And knowledge got took out too. Man, because these drive-bys killing everybody. Killed up truth, killed mercy, and it definitely killed knowledge. I'm killing up everybody. Go ahead and finish it.
By swearing and lying.
That's all we got. So
killing.
now you got swearing, lying, go ahead.
Killing and stealing.
And that's what we got. More killing and what?
Stealing.
And stealing. Finish it.
And committing adultery.
And I'm about to get with your wife. And if I'm a lady, I'm about to get with your husband. That's all that's out here. Let's kill, steal, and lay around. Finish it.
And they break out and blood touches blood.
And blood touches blood. My brother is killing my brother. You got kids killing their mamas and fathers. Read.
Therefore shall the land mourn, and everyone that dwell therein shall languish.
That's why when you turn on the news, it's just, all on social media. Resting, R-I-H, resting in heaven. No. R-I-P, rest in peace, hopefully. Because you're going to die and go back to the graves. But that's another lesson. Where you at, man?
Middle of 3.
Go ahead.
With the beasts of the field.
With the what of the field?
The beasts.
They killing up the animals. Read.
And with the fowls of heaven.
Ain't no killing up the birds.
Yeah, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away.
Oh, you already know the water's polluted. Flint was a prime example of that. Ain't no fish over there. They taking out everybody. Read.
Yet let no man strive, nor reprove another. For thy people are as they that strive with the priest.
Hey, we always striving with the priest. Can't tell nobody nothing. You gonna tell Jesus how you should run this earth.
Right.
We always strive with the priest.
Right.
We're gonna tell the preachers what should be right. I'm not talking about the false preachers. But you're going to tell the people that's trying to teach you knowledge according to the word of God, and that's right. You're going to tell us, nah, that ain't how it should be.
Right.
That's your interpretation. And I just read you this. Finish it.
Therefore shalt thou fall in the day.
I'm going to kill you in the daytime.
And the prophet also shall fall with thee in the night.
And the prophets that's out here lying, you're going to fall the same way. Read.
And I will destroy that mother.
And I'm going to kill your mama. Yeah, a lot of mamas are getting killed nowadays. Mm-hmm. The Bible just told you about that. I'm going to kill mama. Mama got to go. Period. Mama got to go. Where you at?
We have verse 6.
Finish it to 11.
My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge.
And this African-American is walking around and don't know, have a clue on what's going on with him. And he at the top of the list of the killing chain. Kill and be killed chain. Mm-hmm. We at the top of the kill and be killed chain, definitely in the streets. Mm-hmm. And he don't know, he just blasing around, let me pour out a little liquor, let me put a teddy bear right here, let me put some bottles with candles right there.
Right.
Let me strike my fist. Grow up. Finish it.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge?
Because you always reject knowledge. You can't tell us African-American nothing. They know everything. Everybody's against them, but we the ones doing majority of the killing. Read.
I will also reject thee.
I'm going to reject you. I don't want to hear from you.
That thou should be no priest to me.
Read.
Seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children.
Since you're going to forget the laws of your God, I'm going to forget your kids. That's why the kids is dying in the streets. Was that in 11?
We have verse 7.
Finish all the way to 11.
As they were increased, so they sinned against me.
And every time we get increased, we sin more and more. Read.
Therefore would I change their glory into shame. They eat up the sin of my people, and they set their hearts on their iniquity.
See, we set our hearts to do evil every day. Let's get turned up. What we going to do today? We set our hearts to do wrong. Read.
And there shall be like people, like priests, and I will punish them for their ways,
and the Lord
reward them for their doing.
The Lord is rewarding everybody. Just because you don't know about what's in this Bible is not it's going to exempt you from the consequences. You're going to repay. Because everybody knows thou shalt not do this or thou shalt not do that. You know that much. Mm-hmm. Whether you know the Lord or not, you know that much. Finish it to 11.
Verse 10. For they shall eat and not have enough.
You always eating, you ain't got enough. Ain't got enough groceries in the house. Read.
They shall commit whoredom and shall not increase, because they have left off to take heed to the Lord.
Don't matter if you gotten around whoremongering and laying with all different people and having kids, you ain't gonna increase, because I'm gonna kill that kid. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and read.
Whoredom and wine and new wine take away the heart. And my people ask counsel at their stocks, and their staff declare unto them.
What verse are you at, man?
Verse 12.
You got to skip down to verse 14, brother. Go ahead and read.
I will not punish your
Skip down to verse 14.
Verse 14. I will not punish your daughters when they commit whoredom.
The Lord ain't gonna even punish your young ladies when they out here being harlots and being laying around with different guys. I ain't gonna punish them. Or your wives when they want to slip out and get them aside. Go ahead and read.
Nor your spouses when they commit adultery for themselves.
Right.
Are separated with whores.
See? You want to separate yourself with whoremonger. Everybody want to find out how to whoremonger. So why should I punish them? See, the Lord got this thing etched in stone and look like it sound like that's what's going on today. Finish that to 14.
And they sacrifice with harlots, and therefore the people that do not understand shall fall.
And people that don't understand why all this is happening, you're going to fall too. You ain't trying to find out the reason why. Mm-hmm. Nobody want to know the reason why. Go back to Isaiah 3. Isaiah 3. Pick it up at verse 4. Isaiah 3. Isaiah 3 and verse 4. When you get that, brother, go ahead and read.
And I will give children to their princes.
And you know what? Children, young people that's not experienced are going to do what? Are going to rule over you.
And babes shall rule over them.
You got babies ruling over you because don't nobody know why. You got all these people coming out with college degrees and they just hiring them. No experience, don't know nothing. They went to school, spent all this money. People paying all this money for school and ain't even getting jobs. Mm-hmm. And you got kids trying to run the earth. Mm-hmm. You know what happened when kids start running the earth. They ain't even experienced enough.
Right.
Finish it.
And the people shall be oppressed, everyone by another.
And everybody is being oppressed by the people you know. Finish it to 5.
And everyone by his neighbor, and the child shall behave himself proudly against the ancient.
And that's why little kids walk around and be cussing in front of adults, cursing out adults, beating up adults. You can't tell me nothing to adults. This is why. This is why. You forgot. You see, you didn't know that the Bible spoke on these things. Did you finish that fifth?
No. And the base against the honorable.
And people that's base is trying to rise up with people that's honorable.
Honorable.
That's crazy. Tell them how I should go. Did you finish 5?
We have verse 6.
Skip down to verse 8.
For Jerusalem is ruined, and Judah is fallen, because their tongue and their doing are against the Lord.
Everybody tongue and doing is against God.
To
I don't want to hear about that Jesus. Ain't even an original name. Everybody's against God. It ain't about other gods. It's against the God of this Bible. Nobody talking against no other God but the God of this Bible. You ever notice that?
Yep.
Don't nobody talk against no other God but the God of this Bible. Why is that? Finish it.
To provoke the eyes of his glory. The show of their countenance do witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom.
They declare their sin as Sodom.
And they hide it not.
They don't hide it not. They don't care that people don't care if they're homosexual no more. They don't try to hide it no more. They said just like Sodom, which is where homosexuals was at. And people don't care. They don't even try to hide it. They don't have no shame in nothing they do nowadays. I'm a kiss on this man, and I'm a man, in front of everybody. On prime TV. Now what you gonna do? Ain't no shame. Finish it.
Woe unto their souls, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves.
People rewarding evil to themselves. See, they don't want the reward that the Lord got. They want evil. Did you finish that 9?
Yes, sir.
Skip down to 12. Go ahead.
As for my people, children are their oppressors.
Children. Now, when you come into our community, this African-American community, children is giving us the flux. They killing everybody. Killing up the grown folks. Killing up they folks. Killing up their peers. Go ahead.
And women rule over them.
And women, ain't no daddies in our house. So the women is taking care of the house. Only in the African-American neighborhood. If it ain't true, prove me wrong. Finish it.
Oh, my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy path.
Did you finish 12?
We just did.
Go to 25. Go ahead and read. Keep it going.
The Lord standeth up to plead and standeth to judge the people. And the Lord will enter into judgment with the ancient of his people and the princes thereof. For ye have eaten up the vineyards.
Where you at, man?
Verse 14.
Go ahead and finish. Well, no. Skip down to verse 25.
Okay. Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war.
Go ahead.
And her gates shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground.
Now, this is one thing that y'all don't pay attention to when you turn on the news. When you're seeing people getting killed in the streets, the first thing you do is see a woman sitting on the ground crying because somebody got killed. It says, and her gates shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground. And she mourning. Why? Because my baby, oh, my baby. That's all you see. And we're going to bring it home. We're going to drive it home. Go to Proverbs 7. Proverbs 7 and pick it up at verse 1. Proverbs 7:1. Go ahead and read.
My son, keep my words and lay up my commandments with thee.
That's all I want you to do.
Keep my commandments and live, and my laws as the apple of thine eye. Bind them upon thy fingers.
Go ahead.
Write them upon the tables of thy heart.
Go ahead.
Say in the wisdoms, thou art my sister, and call understanding thy kinswoman.
Get up. Hey, take heed to this woman. Go ahead.
And they that may keep thee from the strange woman and the stranger which flattereth with her words.
See, this woman, you don't want to hang around this woman. You want to hang around a woman that's speaking right. But that strange woman, that woman that's going to tell you wrong, that false doctrine, you don't want to be around that. You don't want to be around that, brother. Did you finish that?
We have verse 6.
Go ahead.
For at the window of my house I looked through my casement.
I'm looking at the window. I'm sitting in my house, and I'm looking through the window. And what do I see? Go ahead.
And beheld among the simple ones, I discerned among the youth.
I'm looking at the youth. I'm seeing all these kids, these young people outside. And what happened?
A young man void of understanding.
And definitely it's always a young man void, don't know what's going on of understanding. Go ahead.
Passing through the streets.
Passing through where?
The street.
The streets. We ain't talking about in the house, right? Because I'm sitting in the house looking out. And he passed and walked him down the street. Go ahead.
Near her corner. And he went the way to her house.
He went the way to her house. He don't know. Don't go on the corner. Don't go down there. Don't hang out with them. Don't go to that church. They ain't talking about nothing. Read.
In the twilight, in the evening, in the black and
In
dark
the twilight,
night.
in the evening, in the dark and black night is when all the drama kick off. But we're not dealing with, all I'm doing is pointing out the streets. I'm not dealing with this other woman yet. I'm just pointing out the street part, okay? Skip down to verse 21 and continue. Go ahead.
With her much fair speech, she calls him to yield. And with the flattering of her lips, she forces him.
See, things out here, it overtakes us, it overwhelms us. And we want to get involved with unrighteousness. It flatters us. You know what I'm saying? And it yields us. It takes us with our lips. You probably see things you know you ain't supposed to get involved in, and you just get involved in it because it's so good. It's just dressed up so nice.
Right.
Read.
He goeth after her straightway, as an ox goeth for the slaughter.
See?
Or as a fool to the correction of the
See,
stocks.
it's only two things. This route is only taking you to two places. It's taking you to the slaughterhouse, which is going to kill you, which is the grave, or it's taking you to the stocks of the corrections. Stocks of the correction is the correction facilities, which are the penitentiaries or your jails. It's only two places for the young men. Ain't that what we heard? You just read out of the Bible. Either the grave or lock up jail.
Yes, sir.
We just read you that. That's what the streets is rewarding you with. Especially if you get involved in doing wrong. Finish it.
Till a dark strike through his liver.
See, the dark is straight through our young men liver. Read.
As a bird hasten to the snare.
Yep.
And knoweth not that is for his
See,
life.
you don't know, when you don't know about the Lord, when people don't teach you about this Bible, the young men is for the counsel. You can't tell them nothing. They doing what they want. They rebelling against their parents. And you got a dart that's striking through their liver and it's taking their life. Read.
Hearken unto me now, therefore, O ye children, and attend to my words
Ye
of my
children
mouth.
do what? Attending to my what?
My words of my mouth.
Read.
Let not thy heart decline to her ways.
Don't decline to this woman. She trying to kill you. Read.
Go not astray in her paths.
Don't go the way of wrong. Her paths are wrong. And what else?
For she has cast down many wounded.
She casting down many wounded. It's a lot of young men and young people getting killed in the streets.
Yeah, many strong men have been slain by her.
Many strong men been strained. Hey, don't get caught up with this lady. Don't get caught up with doing wrong. Don't get caught up in false doctrine. Read.
Her house is the way to hell.
Her house is the way to what?
Hell.
See, when you walk in the streets, you going down this road, it's going to take you to hell. It's going to give you a lot of drama. Read.
Going down to the chambers of
And
death.
it's going to take it down to the chambers of death. Let's speed it up, Hebrew. Let's speed it up. Go to Proverbs. Was that the end of Proverbs?
Yes, sir.
Go to Lamentations. Lamentations 2. Lamentations 2. Lamentations 2, pick it up at verse 1. When you get that, brother, go ahead and read.
How hath the Lord covered the daughter of Zion with the cloud in his anger?
Read.
And cast down from heaven to the earth the beauty of Israel.
Read.
And remember not his footstool in the day of his anger. The Lord hath swallowed up all the habitation of Jacob, and have not pity. And he hath thrown down in the wrath.
Hey, it look like this African American ain't catching no pity. He getting thrown down all around the board, and he ain't paying attention. Read.
In his wrath the strongholds of the daughter of Judah.
And every other nation that's not trying to serve God, it look like y'all catching it too. Y'all thinking we just catching it. No, the world is catching it. The Lord is amping up crime. Everybody catching it. Finish to the 5 and skip down to 8. Go ahead.
He hath brought them down to the ground.
Yes, sir.
He hath polluted the kingdom and the princes thereof.
Yep.
He hath cut off in his fierce anger
Yes,
all
sir.
the horns of Israel. He hath drawn back his right hand from before the enemy, and burnt against Jacob like a flaming fire, which devoured round about.
See, the Lord ain't playing with you. It's like a flaming fire all around you. No matter where you go, it's fire. You got drama on all sides. Shots fired. Shots fired. You done with that, brother?
Yeah, that we in verse 3.
Skip down, man. Skip all the way to 5, man, and skip down to 8. Go ahead and read.
He hath bent his bow like an enemy.
Go ahead.
He stood with his right hand as an adversary.
Go ahead.
And slew all them that were pleasant to his eyes in the tabernacles of the daughter of Zion.
Go ahead.
He poured out his fury like fire. The Lord was an enemy. He has swallowed up Israel. He has swallowed up all her palaces.
The Lord is taking us out on all sides. Go ahead.
He hath destroyed his strongholds. He hath increased in the daughter of Judah mourning and lamentation.
Ain't nothing but mourning and lamentation when you come in our community. Mourning and lamenting. Skip down to verse 8 and go ahead and read, man. Let's pick it up.
The Lord hath purposed to destroy the walls of the daughter of Zion.
Read.
He hath stretched out a line. He hath not withdrawn his hand
Yes,
from
sir.
destroying.
He stretched out a line. Hey, and he ain't stopped yet. Skip down to verse 11. Go ahead.
My eyes do fail with tears, and my bowels are troubled. My lip is poured upon the earth for the destruction of the daughter of my people, because the children and the suckling swoon in the streets of the city.
The children and the suckling are swoon in the streets of the what?
City.
Hey, in Chicago, when somebody is getting shots, it's swoon of people in the streets crying. Children. You better understand that the Lord is telling you what's going on in the earth, and you can witness this on the news. Swoon of people in the streets when somebody died. Why? Why? Skip down to verse 2. You done with that?
We finished 11.
Go ahead.
They say to their mothers.
And it's always the mamas.
Where's,
it's always the mothers.
Yeah.
Finish it.
Where's corn and wine? When they swoon as the wounded in the streets of the city, and when their soul was poured out into their mother's bosom.
And it's always somebody covering a mama while she crying, and everybody's swooning in the streets. Because death has taken another person out. You think it's playtime out here? You better seek God, because playtime is over with, and we ain't playing. Let's continue. Skip down. Hey, skip down, brother. Skip down to 15 and read.
All that passed by clapped their hands
All
at
that passed
thee.
by like, man, what's going on?
They hissed and wagged their heads at the daughters of Jerusalem.
They hissing and wagging their hand, because every time they turn on the TV, it ain't nothing but drama with these people. Nothing. Ain't nothing. Skip down to verse 18 and go ahead.
Their heart cried to the Lord, O walls of the daughter of Zion. Let tears run down like a river day and night, and give thyself no rest, and let that apple of thy eye cease.
Ain't nothing but crying and crying in these days. Crying, crying, crying. Crying, crying, crying. Skip down to verse 21 and pick it up.
The young and the old lie on the ground in the streets.
They lie on the ground in the streets?
Yes, sir.
Don't matter if the old person lying down, and the young people lying down in the streets. Everybody getting took out in the streets. Everybody. Don't matter if you old or young. Hey, I'm not discriminating.
Right.
God ain't discriminating. Read.
My virgins and my young men are falling by the sword.
The virgin, don't matter if she ain't never known a man, and the young is falling down the street. Read.
Thou hast slain them in the day of thine anger, and thou hast killed and not pitied.
And the Lord is getting y'all killed, and ain't nobody pitying y'all. Read.
Thou hast called as in the solemn day my terrors round about, so that in the day of thy Lord's anger none escape.
None ain't escaping this. You thinking you gonna build other communities and get away from this drama that's going on? You ain't going nowhere. The drama is coming on the earth. I don't care who you are. I don't care what nationality you are. The drama coming. Trust me. Let's skip down. You finish that verse? No, finish that verse. Let's keep it moving. Because, hey, you got to ask yourself, is this safety? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where's our safety? Where's our safety?
Right.
We're going to show you our safety. You see all this drama? Let's bring some safety, people. Go to Psalms 91. Psalms 91. Psalms 91. We speeding it up a little bit. Psalms 91. Psalm 91 and pick it up at verse 1. Psalm 91 and verse 1. When you get that, brother, go ahead and read.
He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
See, you want to be under a shadow of protection? Seek God. Read.
I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress.
Yes, sir.
My God, and in Him will I trust.
Go ahead and read.
Surely He hath delivered thee from the snares of the fowler.
Read.
And from the noisome pestilence.
Read.
He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust.
Read.
His truth shall be thy shield and buckler.
His truth is your shield and buckler. You know what? When you serve to God, you'll hear about all this drama. You even see it on TV, but it won't come to you. It won't hurt you. You may hear about it, but you will not get caught up in it. Read.
Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night,
You don't care what's going on in the night. You're going to go do your business if you got something to do in the evening. Read.
nor for the arrow that flieth by day.
You don't care what gunshots is in the air in the day, because it ain't going to bother you, because you got your shadow under the protection of God. Read.
Nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness.
Read.
Nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday.
You don't care what's happening at noontime. If they all huddled up on the corner shooting, if the block is just real hostile, don't matter. Ain't gonna happen nothing to a servant of God.
That's right.
Read.
1,000 shall fall at that
You're
side.
gonna see 1,000 falling on your side.
And 10,000 at that right
And
hand.
10,000 at your right hand.
But it shall not come
But
nigh
it ain't
thee.
gonna touch the righteous and the people that serving God. We are not scared. It don't bother me. It's sad what's going on out here, but I don't feel none of it. I don't even see it. And I stay in the thick of a real bad community. Read.
Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold, and see the reward of the wicked.
Yes, sir.
Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the most
You
high.
made the Most High your what?
Refuge,
Your refuge. Finish it.
thine habitations. There shall no evil befall thee.
And what gonna befall you?
No evil.
No evil when you go outside in the streets. Finish it to 16. Hurry up.
Neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling.
Ain't nothing gonna happen. It ain't even gonna come to your doorstep. They didn't rob the other house, shot up the other house, but it ain't come to your house. Your dwelling place, right?
That's right.
Read.
For he shall give his angels charge over
Because
thee.
he got them angels sitting right there protecting you. You can't see angels. That's why the bullet missed me. It looked like the bullet diverted itself around me in a circular motion.
Right.
And you know bullets only go straight.
Right.
Read.
To keep thee in all thy ways.
To keep you in all your ways. I ain't got to keep my way. All I got to do is keep the word of God and the commandments of God, and the angels going to keep me from getting hurt.
Right.
That's my shield. That's my bullet. That's my bulletproof out here in the streets when they ain't safe. That's my safe haven. Read.
They shall bear thee up in their hands.
Read.
Lest thou diest the foot against the stone.
Read.
Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder. The young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet.
Read.
Because he hath set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him.
See,
I will set him on high, because he hath known my name.
All troubles, because you trust in him. You made him your safe haven. You made him your lifeline. You made him your insurance policy. Finish it.
He shall call upon me, and I will answer him.
When you call upon the Lord in your prayers, you get it answered. Because you made him your refuge.
That's right.
Did you finish the 16?
We stood up middle.
Read.
I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him.
With how short life?
Long life.
Long life. See, I'm still living long. Some people don't make it to 40, 50, 60, 70, 30. Their life is cut short. They getting it cut short in their teenage years.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't even got into adulthood. You ain't even got out of your teens. But this policy, this ensures your life. This your safe haven. Finish it, brother.
And show him my salvation.
And he gonna show you your salvation. Did you finish that?
That was in the 16.
Yes, sir. Go to Proverbs 19. Proverbs 19 to 23. We wind it down. Proverbs 19 to 23. Proverbs 19, pick it up at verse 23. When you get that, brother, go ahead and read.
The fear of the Lord tendeth to life.
The fear of the Lord tendeth to what?
Life.
Did you finish that?
No, we're at the middle of it.
Go ahead.
And he that hath it shall abide satisfied, and he shall not be visited with evil.
See, you don't get visited with evil when you serve the Lord. And you say what? What tends to life? Read that one more time.
The fear of the Lord.
The fear of the Lord. So you ain't got to fear us in the streets if you fear God. Because that tends to life. That's your lifeline. That's your safe haven. That's your insurance policy. Proverbs 18. Proverbs 18, brother. Back up to Proverbs 18. We wind it down. We giving these people hope because there's a lot of things and they ain't safe. Proverbs 18, to pick it up at verse 10. When you get that, brother, go ahead and read.
The name of the Lord is a strong
The name
tower.
of the Lord. So don't kick against God's name because it's a strong what?
Tower.
And what else does it do?
The righteous runneth into it,
See,
and it's safe.
instead of you running to evil, run to this. Run to righteousness. The righteous run to this. We don't run to evil, people. We just don't do that. We don't do that. You know what I mean? That's just something we don't do. Proverbs 1. Go to Proverbs 1. Go ahead. Hurry up. Proverbs 1, pick it up at verse 27. Proverbs 1 and 27. Go ahead and read.
When your fear of coming at desolation and your destruction come as a whirlwind.
Go ahead.
When distress and anguish come upon
When distress and anguish come upon you and fear come upon you, what else? Go ahead.
then shall they call upon
Everybody
me.
calling on the line. Oh, God. Go ahead and read.
But I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me.
They shall seek me early and they shall not find me.
For that they hated knowledge and did not choose to fear the Lord.
They hated knowledge and did not choose to fear the Lord. So you got all these people, when all this drama started dropping down on you, now you want to seek God. But you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to wait till the drama fall down on you to seek God. All you had to do was just open up your Bible and read. That's it. We understand you may not understand everything, but things that tend to life, you will understand that. And that's the commandments. That's the commandments. His statutes. Simple. Did you finish that, brother?
We're at verse 30.
You at verse 30? Go ahead.
They were none of my counsel.
Don't
They
nobody
despise
wanna-
all my reproof.
Don't nobody want to listen to God? Go ahead and read.
Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way
You gonna
and
eat-
be filled with their own
See,
devices.
this is what we feel with. Because we thinking, hey, we got this all etched in stone. Go ahead and read.
For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy
When
them.
you depart from God, the turn away of the simple is going to slay you. Simple things that's stupid, that don't hold no weight, going to take you out. And the prosperity of fools, see, you got a lot of foolish people that's prosperous. So I'm telling you, the Bible just told you got a lot of people that's prosperous, but they're fools. It's going to destroy them. Go ahead.
But whoso hearken unto me shall dwell safely.
Who?
But whoso hearken,
Whosoever, no matter what nationality, whatever culture, whatever you define yourself as, whoso hearkening to me shall what?
shall dwell safely,
You're going to dwell safely.
and shall be quiet from fear of evil.
And you're going to be quiet. From what?
Fear of evil.
Fear evil. So when you go outside, it's like a pleasant day to you. You hear the gunshots, but you don't see them. You don't even see the ruckus that's going on around you.
That's right.
You be like, for real, that happened in my neighborhood?
Yep.
I didn't even hear that. I didn't even know that happened. It's all of amazement to you. Because you're going to be quiet from fear of evil.
That's right.
You're going to be quiet. Was that the end of that verse?
Yes, sir.
That was the end of 33, right?
Yep.
Go to Proverbs 4. Proverbs 4. Go right on over to Proverbs 4. Pick it up at verse 1. Go ahead.
Hear ye children, the instruction of a father,
Children.
and attend to no understanding.
Children, listen to the instructions of your fathers. The Lord is the head father. Read.
For I give you good doctrine.
Yes, sir.
Forsake ye not my law.
Hey, this is the best doctrine you're going to get. Don't forsake this. Read.
For I was my father's son, tender, and only beloved in the sight of my mother. And he taught me also, and said unto me, let thy heart retain my words. Keep my commandments and live.
Keep his commandments and you will live. Read.
Get wisdom. Get understanding. Forget it not.
When you get wisdom and understanding, don't forget this. Don't forget what you just heard. Don't forget this lesson you just read. Go ahead and read.
Neither decline from the words of my mouth.
And don't decline. Don't stop listening to it. Don't pull away from it. The words of whose mouth?
Forsake her not, and she shall preserve
See,
thee.
this woman is the woman you want to keep. You don't want to forsake this woman. Keep this woman. This the good girl.
Love her.
She got that good. Read.
Love her,
Love her.
and she shall keep thee.
See, you love her, she gonna keep you. Her chambers don't go down to the chambers of death. She gonna keep you. She your lifeline. She your life policy. She your insurance policy. What verse is that?
We in 6.
You in it at 6?
Yep.
Skip down to verse 10. Go ahead.
Hear, O my son, and receive my saying.
Yes, sir.
And the years of thy life shall be
So you
many.
keep these sayings, the years of your life will be many. You ain't got to worry about getting put in the grave in the teenage years, or get your life taken away from you because you in jail. That's another form of not being able to do nothing. Read. Skip down to verse 13. Go ahead.
Take fast hold of instructions.
Yep.
And let her not go.
Don't let her go.
Keep her, for she is thy life.
You better keep this woman, for she is your what?
Life.
She your life. Read.
Enter not in the path of the wicked.
Read.
And go not in the way of evil men.
Yes, sir.
Avoid it. Pass not by
When
it.
you see this folly, avoid these type of scenarios or these evil things that's going on here. Avoid it. Pass not by it. Read.
Turn from it and pass away.
Yes, sir.
For they sleep not, except they have done mischief.
Because evil people don't sleep unless they did some evil. Go ahead and read.
And their sleep is taken away.
Go ahead.
Unless they have caused someone to fall.
Only time you see wicked people go to sleep is when they did some wrong to somebody. That's how you know they wicked. Anytime evil people and wicked people go to sleep, they did something wrong. Now they going to rest. Go ahead and finish it.
For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence.
They eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. You better watch yourself. Go to Romans. Romans 13. Romans 13. Romans 13. Pick it up at verse 1. Romans 13 and 1. When you get that, brother, go ahead and read.
Let every soul be subjected to the higher power.
Hey, and this is for the young people. I want y'all to hear this. All you young people be in subjection to what?
The higher power.
That's your governments. That's your police. That's the people that govern the earth. Go ahead.
For there is no power but of God.
And the Lord gave these people power. Go ahead and read.
The powers that be are ordained of God.
The powers that's in place, the Lord ordained and gave them the power. Go ahead and read.
Whosoever therefore resists the power, resist the ordinance
Don't
of
resist
God.
them. Don't resist the rest. Don't resist pulling over it. Don't resist whatever they ask for you. Give it. Read.
And they that resist shall receive to themselves
If you
damnation.
resist the rest, if you resist anything that they telling you, you're going to do what?
For they who resist shall receive themselves damnation.
You're going to receive damnation. Finish it. Come on, man.
For rulers are not a terror of good works.
Hey, if you're doing good works, you're not afraid of the police or anybody that's coming and knocking at your door asking you about something. Read.
But to the evil.
Go ahead.
Without then not be afraid of the power.
Only evil folks are afraid when them lights come on behind their car. Finish it.
Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same.
Because you do the good, that praise you. Read.
For he is the minister of good to thee for good.
Go ahead.
But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid.
Be afraid.
For he that beareth not the sword in vain.
They don't hold that pistol on their side in vain. Just like the sword is on the side, the pistol's on the side. They will kill you. You better listen to them. Do what they say. Finish to the 7. Come on, man.
For he is the minister of God, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil.
Come on.
Wherefore, ye must needs be subject.
Why?
Not only for wrath, but also for conscience sake.
Come on, finish it.
For this is the cause. Pay ye tribute also. For they that of God's minister attending continually upon this very thing.
Skip down to 7. Go ahead.
Render therefore to all their dues.
Why?
Tribute to whom tribute is due. Custom to whom custom. Fear to whom fear. And honor whom's honor.
Listen to the authorities out here in the streets. I want y'all to do that so you won't die. Please, people. This is my last verse. Go to Proverbs 29 and 25. Proverbs 29 and 25 and go ahead and read. Proverbs 29 and 25. Go ahead and read. Proverbs 29 and 25, brother. When you get that, brother, go ahead and read. Go ahead and read. 29 and 25. Go ahead and read, brother.
The fear of man bringeth a snare. But whosoever putteth his trust in the Lord shall be safe.
That's your safety net. Thank you for your time.